Hey, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're doing great. I want to show today something completely new, and for that, I think we have to start on a little bit of story. There was a time, like, I think I did 7 years Ableton already, okay? And I become really interested in Eurorack systems because they look like, modulation paradise, right? So I get really heavy into that, guys. These devices, I used like, I think I didn't use Ableton for almost 4 or 5 years at that point then, and only went really hard into the hardware game. So I was kind of thinking only in how I can modulate everything with everything. So I have this kind of self-play patch, and then I can just use my LFOs and touch them, or my envelopes and touch them. And I have them always like down in the rack here, so I can just modulate stuff from here. And my full system is changing, so I make my arrangement of the tracks and all of this kind of just depended on 2 to 5 modules. So I don't have to have my hands on all of the modules all the time. So this philosophy I took when I came back to Ableton and said, okay, let's make some music in Ableton again. And I started a YouTube channel in this time also. So I don't know if some of you recognize that, but like I heavily use Ableton in like this kind of, the idea of building the self-play patch. So I have like many layers of LFOs that I put in a row to, just modulate everything with everything. I have LFOs that modulate my LFOs. You know what I mean? So I'm really tempted to use modulation systems, and I always dreamed about the idea to have Ableton run a system, and I just can hit the spacebar, and the system is running over, 15 minutes, and you don't hear a loop. Like it's just all involving all the offsets of the LFOs, and the envelopes are doing all the time a different variation of each other. So you have this like running system. I love this idea, and I was kind of looking a little bit in the internet for more in this direction, like where I can find a nice VST plugin or something that gives me more modulation possibilities. And I end up on a completely new software. And that's Bitwig. So now we are in Bitwig, and it looks kind of like Ableton because I think that's ex-developers from Ableton that just said, okay, we do our own software. So it's inspired by Ableton, I guess. I mean, we have the session view and we have the arrangement view with some little extras here. Like you can have your clips also in the arrangement view. But let's don't go too deep on the overview. Like just 2 things. The browser's on the right with everything you're expecting, like file browser, your own stuff, whatever. Then you have this like inspector view here on the side. So when I click on a device, I get some options for it. I click like on a channel, I have the option to change the color and things like this. Okay. And I load now like a synth, a simple one. I have like 4 oscillators and a filter. It's kind of like the operator. Okay. I play a note. Shortcuts are the same, Shift Tab. With like, just straight that note. So you will hear nothing else than this. Okay, but they have a sequencer where you can put it in, and then you get like this. And they have Euclidean. So you click on Euclidean and you get this. Already super nice that you have Euclidean inside as a sequencer Bitwig. Thank you. Then, the cool thing about the modulation system in Bitwig is you have on each device this little friend here. And when you click on it, you get these plus buttons. On each plus, and there's more than this 3, you can like expand them like quite a lot. You click, and what we get here now is a full library of beautiful modulations. It goes in from mathematic stuff to normal LFOs to crazy shit like wavetable LFOs and other things. Let's go simple for an LFO, a classic LFO. Okay, and here we got it. When you click on it, it opens a little menu for it. You can copy the stuff also if you want, how you prefer. So we click on it. We set it to sync, maybe on 2, and maybe if I ramp up, then you can click on this little button here, and you will see on your device a lot of things change now. It looks a little bit like you're about to MIDI map your Ableton, and that's almost true, but we map now LFO modulation on whatever we want. Maybe we put it on the shape. So let's play this. Put it on the shape. Maybe on the volume of the oscillator 4. And maybe on the filter. And the envelope. So you see, it's really fast that you get like out of like I hold one note and the modulation itself do the rest. We also have sequences. If we put that one, you have here a sequencer. You can randomize it, whatever you want. And then you can modulate maybe the volume of the second oscillator or the shape of the second oscillator. When we play this, let's sync this on 16 notes. Randomize it again. Maybe don't make a 16 step, just 12. Can put that on the shape of the oscillator 4. So you see a really nice representation in Bitwig of all your modulations. Like it's really visual. I love that. Like when you can see really what the modulation is almost doing, and it's live. So like you see the LFO don't stop when I stop the sequencer of the software. So we still have this movement, but we don't see the sequencer modulation because this is just working when the sequencer is playing. Right? So let's put like a phaser and a delay here. And yeah, you see, super easy. I got all the sounds just for modulation. And now you think, okay, but like when I click on the modulation, just this stuff goes blue in that device. I cannot modulate anything else. But you see that I already modulate a little bit here on the phaser. How I do this? Here, you can see it. And the trick is here in the project. So when I open this, I already got a full table of modulation for you. to explore. And this stuff you can put wherever you want. So we can say the sequencer, I put on the volume knob here. So we have a sequence that goes down. We get this little clicks now. Then we can use stuff like audio rate. Audio rate, you can put an input from a device. In our case, we just have the Phase 4 itself. So we can say we want the Phase 4 post-pre, but we also can say which device. So like, do you take it after the Phase 4, after the phaser, or after the delay? So we say after the delay, and then we're getting, when we play the stuff, a nice modulation of the sound that comes out. We can take that now and put it on the modulation here. Or also on the filter. So that's a cool modulation type, because if you change the synth and the sound, the modulation changes again too. So you know where this goes, right? We have sequences where you can, each knob that you click here have a different value, and you can each point click here and say, okay, every time this one comes, you push the pitch up completely like this. So every time this comes now, and the first one always goes super down. We have curves. Curves are crazy because, yeah, you have a curve. And you can change it, of course. You can sync it. And whoop. With that modulation, you can make crazy shit like, I don't know, let's say we go with this one on the shape. The modulation. Glide. Yeah. I think you see where this goes. Like, just out of the modulation system itself, you can make so easy and so fast, quite complex sounds. And if you think there's a little bit further and just start to make music and then modulate again, you come to the point what I mean with the Eurorack system, where I just play here with my modular system, my modulation system. Like I click here and say, okay, maybe let's change this to this curve, and this one we can change here maybe to something like this. And like you just start to change things here, and it will change all of the system. So yeah, we're going really fast, really complex here, and I love this. And now I will show you one last little thing and a little bit of proper sound, because that's a tutorial sound. But to go to my actually track I'm working on, we can just click the tab button. Yeah, Thank you, Bitwig. You have a fucking modulation system like this and a tab system? Mwah. So I can take stuff from here, like my clip, my device, whatever, click tab, and put it here. I can copy paste from project to project. This is really nice. Whew. So we activate the audio engine on this. Takes a sec. So now I will show you in solo. That's the same idea here, just that I use a plugin here. So to morph my plugin, the North button, also easy. I just take one of these LFOs here and just map it there. You have the full list of all knobs. So super easy. And it sounds like this then. And here you see what I'm doing, because you understand this now. And also this is just, like, if you check this, it's just a simple sequence note that I put here. And it always plays this one note in Euclidean, and then the rest is just modulation. And now I want to show you this in context, because Bitwig sounds really nice. Of course, you can play your sequences like always. By the way, in the arrangement view, you can have your clips like this too. So if you push record, you can just jam the stuff here. Like, let's make this off. Yeah. Really nice software. Really interesting modulation system. And I remember I checked it when it was new and kind of buggy in the beginning. Also, like some synths was not working with my stuff. But I have to say, Bitwig now on that state is really stable for now. I didn't have any crash for now. Then the metering and all of this like visual feedback you get constantly about your modulation and just how it runs, kind of, is really nice. The modulation system itself, of course, is like, for me, the game changer here. And it's a small, really small little company here in Berlin. And that's also a really nice plus point for me. Okay, just wanted to share that modulation system. Don't hate me for checking new Ws, but I never sell my soul to any company, so I just check what inspires me, and this modulation system is really inspiring. So check it out. I will put a link in the description where you can have a trial. It's not an affiliate link. I have nothing to do with Bitwig. I wish you a pleasant week. Have a great day, and we see you soon. Bye.